This marriage was a mistake. I married the wrong person.
What the hell? Isn't that rude?
You're totally hopeless at housework.
I'm trying my best.
What are you talking about? You know how often you're not at home when I come back from work?
I told you, I'll be working overtime for a while because the company is busy right now.
That doesn't mean I have to heat up the dinner by myself.
You know what? It's simple. Just put it in a microwave. You don't like canned food, so I make it in the morning and put it in a container and then go to work. You could have at least heat it up.
You're not a good housewife if you make your husband heat up his own dinner.
I work too. Of course I wanted to continue my job. And you also said I should continue it after our marriage too.
What's wrong with that?
We both work, so I think we should cooperate with each other to take care of the house.
Give me a break. Of course not. Housework is a woman's job. It's not a man's job.
What the? Ken, before we got married, you said you like women who has a job. I thought you'd be more understanding.
Of course I understand. I've never asked you to quit your job. In fact, I think women should work too. See, I understand everything.
If I work and do all the chores, it's better to be single. We're supposed to help each other, right? And you don't help me with anything. That's unfair.
What are you talking about? Mom also said you don't know what it's like to be a housewife.
Your mother didn't like me from the beginning. From the moment we went to her to tell her about our marriage, she always said things like, I want a younger wife or I want a prettier wife.
But I still married you. Considering that, you should be more grateful to me.
Be grateful?
Mom already knew you were a bitch. That's why she didn't agree.
How can I be a bitch?
You're against me every time.
It's not like I'm against you, I'm just expressing my opinion.
How can you be a wife and give opinion to your husband? That means you're against me.
So, a wife is not allowed to say anything to her husband?
Of course not. I thought you were the kind of woman who wouldn't say such things. Don't disappoint me anymore.
Excuse me?
I heard you work in silence. And don't complain. That's why I married you.
I thought you wanted to go out with me, so you asked someone in my company to introduce you to me. Was I wrong?
That's true. A woman who works without complaining is ideal, isn't it?
Didn't you say how nice it was to see me work diligently?
So?
I thought there was someone who was looking out for me. I felt so happy, but...
All you're good at is your job, plus Loki. If I hadn't asked you out, you'd be single forever. And you have no relatives, so no one bothers me. There's no one who's convenient as you.
Wow. I can't believe you thought like that.
You were able to marry a man like me, and yet you make your husband cook his own dinner.
You married me because you thought I was a quiet woman who couldn't say her opinion?
Of course, I don't like noisy women. But I don't want to do all the housework by myself.
You thought of me like that?
I mean, you didn't even notice? You thought I married you because I fell in love with you, didn't you?
I did think like that, but...
Of course not. I mean, you and Mom are too different. You should know your position.
Why does your mother matter? I don't think she has anything to do with this.
Mom is the ideal woman.
Huh?
She's beautiful, elegant, and perfect for a wife. I really wanted a woman like her, but there weren't any, so there was no choice but you.
Oh, you're a mommy's boy. I knew it. You always talk about your mother.
Mom is the perfect woman. I'm just telling you the truth. It's not like I'm a mommy's boy.
I'm sure even your mother can make mistakes.
That's absolutely no. No one can be perfect as her.
How can you call someone perfect who is sarcastic when you've never met before?
Mom is just being honest.
Even when I'm busy at work, she calls me and gives me boring, sarcastic things. I don't want her to call me when I'm at work.
Right, she's been complaining that you haven't been returning her calls lately. You're still a bitch who ignores mom's calls.
I told her I was at work, but she wouldn't listen to me. She just kept talking on and on and on. I didn't have time for her. I'm not that bored.
Of course, mom is more important than work. Listen, the next time you hear from her, make sure you answer the phone. And make sure my meals are ready to eat. This is a normal thing for a wife to do. Hey, what's going on?
What do you mean?
I got a message that you're in the hospital.
I just got hurt.
Huh? You got injured? Then who's going to cook my meals? You're not going to tell me to prepare it myself, are you?
Your wife got hurt and she's in the hospital. And you just worry about yourself?
Then what should I worry about?
Like about my injury or how I'm doing. You're not worried about me?
It's not a big deal, right? You overreact to everything.
But I'm in the hospital, remember?
I know what you're trying to do.
What do you mean?
You're going to skip chores like that, aren't you?
Don't say stupid things.
Then tell me, how did you get hurt? I know it's nothing.
It was a car accident.
Did you hit the car on purpose?
Oh, come on. There's no way I'd do such a stupid thing. It hurts, you know. Why would I do something like that to sacrifice my own body?
You're pretending to be overreacting to something that's really not that big deal. Don't act like you don't want to do the housework.
Excuse me?
How's that? Are you surprised?
I'm quite surprised that you would say such thing.
I can see you're lying to me. Who would fall for that? Stop saying nonsense and get your ass home and do your chores.
Are you serious?
It's your day off. You can take your time to do the chores. You went out without telling me and now you're in the hospital? You've been trying to skip it from the beginning.
You know, I was run over by a car.
How dumb you are. Weren't you just walking without thinking? The one who was driving the car is the victim.
That's too harsh.
Oh, but wait a minute. You're telling the truth, right?
Why would I lie?
Then that's a different story. You can stay in the hospital. I mean, you can stay there forever.
What's with you all of a sudden?
Just act like you're in pain and overreact. You're good at those things, aren't you?
I don't understand what you're talking about. Why are you saying that all of a sudden?
Because you have insurance. If I'm correct, it had a special hospital benefit that doubles the payout in case of an accident.
That's true, but...
Then we can get more money than you going to the office and work. Stay in the hospital as long as you can.
Huh? What are you thinking? It sounds like you're asking me to stay in the hospital for the money.
So?
That's not the right thing to do.
It means you can finally be useful to me. Your salary is lower than I expected. I was worried if you would use my salary.
What? What do you mean?
I don't want to spend money on my wife. So a wife who doesn't work is out of the question, but a woman who skips housework is even more unbelievable.
Then when you said I should continue working after we got married is...
Of course, to make sure you earn for your own living. You also said it's okay to spare the living expenses if we both work.
I did say that, but I never thought you would think it that way. Who can imagine that?
It's normal.
You said that if we ever got divorced, you wouldn't share the property. You didn't mean to save each other's property, but you wanted to prevent me from taking yours?
Of course, I don't want you to take my money. Your salary is nothing. If we get married and have savings, it would be my money. I don't want to give it to you.
You've thought this through very well. So you mean you were planning to divorce eventually?
I'm saying that I might meet a woman who makes more money than you. Or I might get tired of your face and want to marry a more beautiful woman. I can't say there's no chance of that.
I can't believe you even thought about that before you got married.
I'm a man who thinks ahead. I mean, even you agreed to it.
That's because we both work. I thought it'd be nice to take care of each other's money. I was imagining like if one of us were in trouble or if something happened, we could help each other out. We are married, you know.
You're a happy girl, did you know? I'm your husband.
I know that.
Mine is mine and yours are also mine. That's how it works.
That I don't understand at all. You make me have a headache. Maybe I hit my head badly. I still have some more tests to do, so see you later.
Hey, pick up the phone. I'm in trouble. Pick up the phone now.
What is it? I'm in the hospital. Can you leave me alone for a minute? Luckily everything's fine, but it still hurts where I hit.
I don't give a shit about you. Just listen to me.
Huh? How can you say like that?
Shut up. It's more important than that.
What the hell is going on?
Mom got arrested. I just got a call from the police.
Oh, okay.
It's not okay. Go to the police right now and ask them what's going on.
You didn't ask why they arrested her?
They said something about an accident or something. I was kind of panicked when they told me about it.
Why don't you go to the police now? They'll give you more details.
I'm too scared to go. So please go instead of me.
Why are you talking like a child? It's your important mother. You should go for her.
You go first, find out what's going on, and report it to me.
Of course I can't. I told you I'm in the hospital.
Saving Mom's life is more important than your injury.
But you know, I got injured because of your mother. I can't help you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Because I'm the victim and she's the criminal.
What?
Your mother ran over me.
Huh? I don't understand.
I was hit by a car driven by your mother. Do you understand now?
No. Why would Mom run over you? How is that possible? Are you making this up?
There's no benefit for me by making up a story.
But why would she do that? She would never do something so insane.
You and your mother have no common sense. And this is beyond insane. It's a crime, you understand that?
A crime? You're overreacting again.
Hitting people by a car is a crime. What's wrong with you?
But there's no evidence that she did it. It might be a mistake.
Your mother chased after me with her car. I remember it well.
No way.
I know you don't want to believe it, but it's true.
Did you tell this to the police?
Of course I did. How could I keep it secret?
You exposed about my mother to the police? You're such a terrible wife.
I didn't expose it, I just told them what I saw. I hid behind a pole so I didn't get serious injury, but I hit my head, fell down, and skinned all over the place.
Still, if you knew they were your relatives, you wouldn't normally tell to them.
But a crime is a crime. Even if it's a relative, I still have to tell them. Besides, she hit me on purpose.
That's unbelievable. Even if Mom ran over you, it must have been an accident.
It was 100% intentional. I was really scared. There's no way I could keep quiet about it.
Then why did Mom do it?
I went to your mother's place to tell her I was divorcing you.
What?
After hearing what you said the other day, I thought we can't stay together anymore.
Huh?
You said the reason you married me was because I was quiet and would follow what you said. Who would want to stay married to a man who says that his wife is a housekeeper?
Are you kidding me? There's no way I'm the one being asked to divorce you.
That's exactly what your mother said. She said there's no way a wife can be the one asking for a divorce. It seems like it's only fair when you divorce me if you're going to be apart anyway.
She's right. She didn't say anything wrong. That's why I said you're a bitch.
I don't care if I'm a bitch or not. I don't care what you guys say.
I know this marriage was a mistake. I shouldn't have chosen a woman like you. That's why I'm in this mess.
That's my words. But your mother was so angry. After all, she started acting up, so I got scared and ran outside, and then she was chasing after me by her car. She's so crazy.
Don't blame her. You're such a terrible person. How could you tell the police? What have you done?
I could have died. How could I not tell the police? I mean, of course I'd tell them.
What do you think will happen to me if people find out about this?
You're worried about yourself?
It's the most important thing. My family is under arrest.
Now I wonder why I married you. I'm regretting, but I guess what's done is done.
A woman like you were able to marry me. Don't make this a bigger issue.
You know, intentional accident isn't about reporting or whatever.
Think more about your husband.
You won't be my husband anymore.
If you divorce me, you'll never get married. You have no money, no parents, no place to go. You're gonna be homeless.
I'm not like you. I don't waste money. I've been saving money every month.
Saving since you got married?
Before we got married.
I didn't hear about that.
Why would I tell you? You're the one who asked for separate living expenses.
If we're getting divorced, you have to divide the property.
Are you stupid? You're the one who said there would be no division of property if we get divorced.
That's only if I had savings. Your savings are included in the property.
Of course it's not. I asked my lawyer. If we agreed to it before we got married, we don't have to share.
Oh God.
That's another reason why your mother got mad.
Why's that?
It seems like she had some kind of debt, and she wanted me to pay it. She was demanding with a serious look.
What? No way.
You didn't even notice when you went to her house?
What are you talking about?
After your father passed away, your mother became obsessed with Korean stars.
Korean stars?
When I went to her house, she had posters and merchandise.
I saw them, but I thought someone had left them there.
It's your mother. She went over to Korea several times a year. She invested a lot, so that's why there's no money left in your father's retirement money.
That can't be true.
And she's been asking me to put money into her account for a while now. I went over there because I had to say no as well, but I should have just called them. Then I wouldn't have gotten hurt like this. I had no idea she was messed up like this.
What's going to happen now?
What your mother did is more serious crime than just running over.
Why?
It's obvious she hit me on purpose. This is a vicious crime.
But if you settle out of court or something, it won't become a big crime, right?
This isn't about settling or anything. Even if I could, I would never do it. I'm going to charge you guys compensation and damages.
No. Maybe we should talk about that.
Enough talking. I'm not going back there even if I get out of the hospital. Well, goodbye.
Hey, wait a minute. Let's talk again and reconsider about the divorce. Without Mom, you're the only person I can rely on. Please, don't abandon me.
My mother-in-law was sentenced to prison. My husband quit his job because there was a rumor about his mother running over his wife by a car. I had my lawyer make us divorced and my ex-husband paid the compensation and damages that I charged his mother, as well as her debts. He has sold his house and now living in a dark apartment with no sunlight and working part-time. It seems like he is living a very poor life. He called me several times for help, but I was advised by my lawyer that if he contacted me ever again, I would sue him for a nuisance. Luckily, my injuries were not that serious. I got out of the hospital in about 2 weeks, and I'm back at work now. I will continue to look forward and do my best.